Hi, my name is Jessica Scarpino, and I'm a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker Realty. I primarily work in Monmouth and Ocean County, New Jersey, and today I wanted to make a video about what is available for first-time home buyers with a lower budget that's available this week. Today is April 14th of 2026. Obviously, real estate changes constantly, so what we're talking about today may not be available tomorrow, but you know, I have to say that with the Jersey Shore getting more and more expensive, I do work with a lot of frustrated people sometimes that don't think there are any options for them. In fact, I shouldn't even say work with. I talk to a lot of people who don't even think there are options for them. But as somebody who works a lot with this demographic, I can say that there absolutely are options for you if you're willing to think outside the box and be a little creative with it. You don't have to rent. Like you can buy, maybe your commute might become 10 minutes longer than you originally wanted, or you might not be in the exact town that you want to be in, but if you want to stay in the area, there are options for you. And actually some of the options are really nice. So I kind of wanted to go through that today and show you basically houses that are available and what can be a realistic option that you don't have to keep paying your landlord rent. So, oh, and I just want to put the disclaimer out there. Obviously, I am a real estate agent. I have access to the MLS. I'm not doing this video on the MLS because I don't want to risk breaking any rules or upsetting any other realtors. I'm using realtor.com because, it's public. Everybody can go on it. You can replicate exactly what I'm doing. If there is anything that catches your eye today, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to take a deeper dive on the MLS for you and we can really talk about it. But I'm keeping everything generic today to keep everybody happy. So, anyway, let's start. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the price, which, hold on, that's not how you do that. Just go to here we go, price. So I'm going to do a max of 400,000 because I feel like that's a realistic number for a lot of people. And don't feel like, you don't, in the state of well, not just the state of New Jersey, but you don't have to put 20% down. In fact, I helped a buyer last summer get a little house in brick. I want to say she paid like $360 for it. It was a fixer-upper, but she paid $360 for it, and she put as little as 3% down. There are some amazing first-time home buyers programs in the state of New Jersey. So I just want everyone to keep that in mind. Like you can put as little as 3% down as long as you qualify for the first time home buying. And if you have any questions about that, please reach out. I'd be happy to talk about it with you. We did do one of those last summer. Okay, so we're going to do the 400,000, which I think is good. I always do 2 rooms because most people who are buying a house usually want at least 2 bedrooms. Usually it's even 3, but for the sake of it, I put 2. And the reason I put 2 is because sometimes there's a flex room, sometimes there's a finished basement, sometimes there's a finished attic, and people can live with the 2 bedrooms as long as they have that extra space. So I always put, for first-time home buyers on a budget, I always put 2 because there could be that extra flex room, and we don't want to not see that from our search. Okay. And the other thing that I always, which I'll have to go to filtered, because your first-time home buyers, typically first-time home buyers, are never going to be in a 55 community, so I just delete those altogether. All right, so we got 304 homes here. Now, for the purpose of this video, I am actually just going to focus on the shore, which is like, the coastline, which is right here. I find a lot of people who grew up in the area, this is where they're trying to stay, and this is where they're struggling the most because this is what's getting expensive. Excuse me, getting over a cold. So I'm just going to focus on the shoreline here. We could someday, if we want, we could do another video out here. I've sold houses in Jackson and Manchester, but I think for the most part, a lot of the first-time home buyers are trying to stay close to Red Bank, Asbury Park, the brick beaches, that whole area. All right, so we're going to draw that line. We're going to go like this. Let's see how many houses we have left. All right. Did it say 100 properties? Okay. That's still a lot, honestly. I would probably make that even smaller, but for, once again, the sake of time, we'll just leave it, let it go. And we're not going to look at that pending, obviously. All right, here's a little 3-bedroom, 1 bath for 400. Pending. This house is very cute. I know where this is in Neptune. It's right behind Asbury Park. I don't know why the picture is not showing up. What's interesting about this property is on picture. Realtor.com is having a stroke. Where did it go? And now I have ads that popped up. Where did it go? Okay, this one. So what? We have to hover over it. Okay. So this is really cute. I know exactly where this one is. It's right behind Asbury, so you can easily bike over to Asbury Park or to Bradley Beach, Ocean Grove. And what I like, it's right by the Asbury Circle. And what I like about this little neighborhood here is they're actually putting a huge town center in. Let's see, what else have we got? Brandywine Court. That's a cute little complex. Here's a little house for $375, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And brick. Here's a cute little 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Only $300,000. Just had a $15,000 price reduction. So knowing that it had a price reduction, you know, that could be a good opportunity for someone who's just looking to own something. Let's see. There's a certain complex I'm looking for here. That's another one that's in the community where the town center is going in Neptune. Let's see. 349. It's an apartment in Long Branch. Tinton Falls. This is a nice community. Red Bank. So people who want to move to Red Bank, it's a 2-bed, 1-bath for $319. Yes, it's small, but Red Bank's gotten up there. All right, let's see. Sorry, I should have filtered the pendings out next time. What's this? Here's a little cute 2-bedroom, 1-bath in brick. There's a cute little front yard here. This is a nice townhouse for 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. $279, under $300,000, guys. And it's really not that far off from everything. Looking for, you know, $259. Frontier Way. This is Society Hill, I believe. Oh, this is Park Place. I apologize. Park Place. I've shown a couple of these in here. These are really nice, cute little starter townhouse or condos, they're calling them. 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. This one just went down, $4.9 thousand. You know, that could be a great opportunity for someone close to everything. What else? There's a certain community I'm looking for here that has not popped up yet, and it should. Oh, here we go. Sandra Place. So I love this community for first-time home buyers. It's actually called Laurel Woods. I just call it Sandra Place because all the addresses are Sandra Place. And these are really cute, usually 2-bedroom or 2 baths, 1.5 baths. But what I love about this community is it's super close to the parkway, so you can get anywhere you want to be super fast. And it has a pool, and a pretty cute pool. I think these are great for first-time home buyers. I would totally check them out. I'm actually going to open it because I'm pretty sure the association fee, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty decent on this one. Yeah, $322. And the taxes, I once again, we can go more into it off, privately, but I know the taxes are not bad on this one. I think I really like this community for first-time home buyers. I think it's a good opportunity for some people who really are sick of renting. It was just a brief overview to show you that there are options. Once again, you don't have to put 20% down if you qualify as a first-time home buyer in New Jersey. You can put as little as 3 or 5% down. We have so many great lenders and great programs that we can hook you up with to see if you qualify. A lot of more people qualify than you think. I actually helped another first-time home buyer who was retiring, and the reason being was she was actually renting the last few years. It's just because you've owned before, it doesn't completely disqualify you from the program. You can actually, as long as you haven't owned, and I forgot off the top of my head, it's like 2 or 3 years. It's really a little amount of time. then you would qualify for this program. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. This was my first video, so thanks and bear with me. I'm going to try to do a couple a week, and I just want to give everybody updates. And once again, if you are interested in buying or selling, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you. Thanks. Bye-bye.